Hello, beautiful people, and welcome to Yalive Radio. This is Girl Talk. On today's episode, we'll be talking about teenage affairs, the challenges of being a teen, their concerns, their issues and concerns, their growth and development. A lot. We have a very broad discussion today. With me here is Miss Efe, and together we would dissect this topic. Firstly, let's look at actually we're going to talk on a whole lot. Hormonal. We have hormonal issues, we have inferiority complex, we have dating and sex issues, a lot of things that trouble our teens today. Firstly, let's look at hormonal issues. Miss Efe, what do you have to say?
Okay. Being a teenager first, we understand that it's a phase in your life that you've not experienced it before. Practically every one of us actually went through that phase of life. And personally, I feel for you because it's not easy. You're waking up in the morning and seeing your whole body system changing.
Yeah, puberty.
Everything changes, and it's not your fault. It's what we call hormones. We will be sharing a little bit about that, the hormonal issues we're talking about. For a lady, the hormone that is responsible for your menstrual cycle, for the whole thing you're experiencing, are your estrogens. You just see your hormones start developing, your breast starts developing, your hips becomes tinier, your waist becomes tinier, and your hips becomes broader, and your voice becomes thinner. You notice you talk more sensual when you're talking, not the way you used to, and then you want to mind how you talk because of the way your voice is changing. And for the male, you notice your voice becomes thicker, it starts breaking. You see yourself having maybe a bass voice or something, I don't know, but it becomes thicker. I think there are very few guys that have normal voices. It automatically becomes thicker, and it's not easy, because your whole system is changing. Everything is changing about you. And I think it's a stage that you just get to gradually understand yourself,
Okay. Speaking about hormones, the hormones develop into something else. Like, we have cases where, as a result of these hormones, they start feeling some type of way. So this brings us to there's some of them that are not very sure of themselves, talking about the feeling of inferiority complex. Probably your breast is bigger than mine, or my hips are not as wide as yours, and we have this idea of the perfect body. This is how a beautiful woman should look.
Thanks to the Kardashians and their surgeries, yes.
This is how a perfect body should look. And so those that are not in tune with that kind of body start feeling inferior to those that luckily they developed in that way.
Yes.
And then they start making amendments that could later cause damages.
Yeah, the likes of plastic surgery. Okay, I actually had a friend one time while we were growing up that wanted to do hip enlargement, and I was like, babe, you're beautiful the way you are, but the Kardashians have actually entered her head. And she actually thinks that the Kardashians have natural body. I don't have anything.
It's not fair for us to criticize them.
I am not criticizing them. I'm just saying that you can't say because someone has this body, and trust me, I'm certain it isn't even their own body. There was a plastic surgery done somewhere. One hip enlargement, one. Even Kim herself actually said it, that sometimes she has, because of one ailment she gets both implants, and the rest of them she did one thing like that.
Speaking of this inferiority complex, that's what we're mostly talking about. Due to certain hormones, some people feel this person is more beautiful, or this person gets more attention, and they start feeling inferior amongst themselves. It's a very common thing among teenagers.
Yeah.
It happens among adults, but mostly among teenagers.
I think this would have to talk about parental understanding them. If my child is feeling inferior, I think it's the parent's duty to now give your child that self-esteem that he or she needs. I think while growing up, while I was a teenager, I always had my dad telling me, "You're beautiful." So when a guy tells me I'm beautiful, I do accept. I won't deny that. But it wasn't busting my head. Like, I haven't been hearing it before. The parents have one major part to play in this. Make your child feel important.
There
Talk
are cases
to your
where
child.
the parents, the inferiority complex actually starts from the home.
Okay, maybe you should expatiate on that.
A child that has always been criticized, you do something and you're being criticized at home. Not every child can take that the right way. Like, okay, they're trying to correct me. My dad loves me, that's why he said this. No, they see that, especially when they see their friends or their schoolmates' parents treat them lovingly. They might not know that, okay, this parent actually scolds their child at home, but when they see that, they start feeling down, and that feeling of inferiority complex starts from the home.
Okay, that I don't think that's now the fault of that child, that teenager. It's the parents that needs to be talked to when it comes to things like that.